that perhaps we already hot seat with Joe like every single video for 7.5 minutes because
specifically asking him questions about feudal Japan.
Well, no, we didn't ask, but he somehow answered.
Welcome back to a very special OTR.
We are currently off the record.
The record.
And we got Kalyne.
Go, Kalyne!
This is going to be interesting because, as you guys know, we have done so many hot seat episodes with different people and people on the crew, our regulars, our hosts, almost everybody.
Almost everybody.
We left one person out.
Yeah.
And that is Sir Joe.
Why did we? But why?
Was it through just coincidence?
Or was it through the fact that he just like talks relentlessly always in every video anyways? Wait, I wasn't supposed to say that yet. That was a bit at the end of the... Oh, shit.
No, you're fine.
All right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, so some have hypothesized that perhaps we already hot seat with Joe like every single video for 7.5 minutes because...
Specifically asking him questions about feudal Japan.
Well, no, we didn't ask, but he somehow answered.
Yeah, he brought it up. But like, that's the other thing about Joe, which I think is tough about the hot seat is there a question that we could like stump him with?
No, there's not.
Is there any question that we can get him like hot and bothered
That's
with?
a great question, Nick, which is exactly why we're here today.
How personal can we get?
I actually feel like you might be the person of expertise in this area.
I think I could wreck it.
Because, so I think there's a Joe that we know. I think there's a shell. And then I think there's a real Joe.
Yeah, the soft crab side.
And I think...
The delicious, after we crack it. The meat. And you're fucking sucking his legs out.
And it just tastes so insecure and vulnerable.
the meat.
And I know Steve's really good with like feeling and seeing where people are at. I feel like you might know how to get to the delicious crab meat.
Look, I know my brother Joe. He is a brother to me. I love I swear to God, I love the JK crew. You guys are my family. But yeah, there is a part of Joe that I feel like I could crack like a fucking crab.
I'm in his seat. I'm you know,
right. By
holding
default,
his
by
arm.
default.
With my fucking...
Put the hat on, dude.
This has nothing to do with this.
Good, I'm glad you didn't put your mouth on it.
Say it again.
No, honestly, he's more. I mean, he's more aware of himself than people even know because he plays into the bits about himself.
What are you talking about?
That was expert.
He does have a character for JK
he
News.
has a character that he knows, that he plays, and he knows. Because you can even be in mid-video with somebody. Dude, sometimes we'll have somebody new here, and they're making fun of Joe, and then I look at Joe, and Joe looks at me, and I smile at Joe, and Joe smiles at me. And like I know that Joe knows that he's putting a thing out there that he's playing to, and like we both do that with each other. But then like it's like a weird like almost like, hey, yeah, I see you, bro. You're good. So like you can do your thing. And so then he just keeps playing it up.
He's a little Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, very much so.
Dude, it's a mind fuck too, because sometimes we'll do JK and then we'll go to dinner. And then one time we went to Korean barbecue. Joe's just doing all the fucking wild shit you can think of. And then at dinner, you forget that Joe's like a real person. And he goes, so like, how are things with you and like Tiff, man? Like, how's everything? And I'm like,
isn't that crazy? That throws you off?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck, Joe? Did you just spit in my face or
I
something?
remember I went to fucking Steve's house in Vegas for like New Year's, right? And then Joe comes by as well with Hannah and stuff. And then Joe's like dressed properly.
He looks great.
Like his shirt is like buttoned.
Yeah.
You don't see his fucking bare chest and tats. He's got socks on and shit.
Dude, I've never seen Joe wear socks.
And then he comes in and he does regular fucking human shit like, hey, what's up, guys?
Like shake hands.
Shakes your hands, or like, you know, when somebody else is talking, he's just standing there and he's like listening. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Anthony was only in my house because of a mistaken invitation.
He thought he was asleep at Bart's house.
I was like, what? I was like, wait, how did you get invited to this?
I was like, Bart, I'm going to your place for New Year's, right? He's like, yeah, dude, I go to sleep at 10:30.
See, not even, dude.
So just to be clear, me and Anthony definitely hate each other, but yeah.
Rally starts at 10.
Yeah. No, but So how do we ask Joe questions on hot seat that will get Joe off kilter? Because that's the whole point of hot seat. We're trying to.
We gotta figure out hot seat questions for Joe so that when he gets here, we're ready to go.
And we want you guys to be in on it too. So that's tough.
One of the most emotional times I've ever seen Joe
Yeah.
is he's usually like this shell that I don't know really what's on the inside. And when we were in Japan on a JK trip, that's when he found out his dog passed away.
Oh, straight to the heart.
He got killed by a coyote. And I've never seen Joe like cry or even emote in that way. And he probably spent like the next 3 days just like devastated. And I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. There's like a person in there.
Did he see it happen? Did he witness the situation?
No, I think it's even worse because like, you know, when you're away internationally and it's like day here, night there, or night here, day there, you just get a phone call from the person that's supposed to watch your dog. This person likes to delete footage as well, but this person let the dog get loose somehow and then gets.
So are you suggesting, okay, I'm just trying to take what you're giving me just so we can figure out hot seat questions. Are you suggesting something like, would you rather have your dog back or like a present father your whole life?
Oh shit. I don't know.
Are we too hot already?
That's past the 11-minute mark for sure.
The 11 and 17 second mark.
Yeah, that's
This is an early jump.
Okay, that was, all right, that's not cold enough yet. That's past the
We'll
second.
start there and work our way back.
Okay.
But then from that,
He was coming in hot with dog.
from that, what was cool was we've seen this giant growth of Joe, right? It's like from there and like just him, I think, feeling more comfortable with everyone around him. He started to share that like up to that point, he never has ever even been vulnerable with anybody.
Yeah.
Girlfriend or anything. And like Brown, which is his dog's name because he's brown, and Joe would name him Brown because of his color. He
It's not that smart. It's just like it was just because he was actually brown.
The second option for names was dog.
wasn't deep. Because it's Joe.
He actually was, I think Brown helped open up his heart and then helped him to start trust and being vulnerable and open with people again.
Wow.
So one of the things I actually love about Joe, one of the things that I attached to Joe with early that made me love Joe was his ability to be your friend. Like he could just be friends with anybody.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding when I say this, and maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong, because you're the newest person here. Yeah. But Joe, if you're even new here, he will go over, like he'll stumble over himself to help you with something if you voice your thing. He's like, I know a guy, I know a girl, I know a trans, I know a fucking whatever, and I'll get you the help that you need, and he'll give you the recommend it. In the room on the day before you even barely asked about it, you said something for maybe 5 seconds and he like over accepted it and like tried to help you.
That's true.
It's a fact. It's just how he is. But I love that about the guy. But something along the way I think made it so that Joe couldn't protect Joe a little bit, right? So like Brown.
That's why, I think that's why he has like a shell.
Brown, and then like, you know, stuff relationship wise, having nothing to do with anyone in particular, but like guy just like went through some stuff. And then I think, you know, one of my favorite things that he tells me privately that I will share publicly without his permission is that I just told him he broke up in my living room, right, with his ex, and like it was in my living room, bro. I was there and it was like wild. But like it was beautiful too because he was so vulnerable, and I've never seen this guy try to stand up for someone who didn't want to be with him anymore, but he was still trying to stand up for this person.
So he's a closet simp.
He's a simp. He was simping out.
He's a sweetheart.
He was like, you want me to suck my own dick right now? And then he pulled his own pants down and started to reach for it. And then it was like sad. We're all like, please don't suck your own dick.
In my living room.
No, but
Meanwhile, you're in the living room.
no, the guy was
Popcorn.
no, he was really.
Do it.
All kidding aside, he was really just trying to just make all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. He was really going for it, and like that's who Joe is, right? Like,
If there's a 1% chance, he'll fight to the death.
he will, bro.
So let me just see what I'm pulling from what you're saying.
Yeah.
For a hot seat question, is you saying something like, if he had to hire and partner up with one of his ex-girlfriends that was recently a part of JK, which one would he be? Not recently, but that was in a part of JK's history. Which one would he bring back and partner with?
That's a good question.
Ooh, that might be
That's a good
one.
question.
That's a really good question.
That's a hot one, yeah?
Write that one down. Write that one down.
Hey, can we write these ones down? Because I don't have shit to write right now.
Can you say that one more time?
So like, if he had to
Partner with.
get back together, rehire, and partner with one of his ex-girlfriends that came through JK.
Get back together and
Okay, not get back together because we love Hannah.
Okay, partner with.
Partner with. Rehire and partner with
Yeah.
one of the ex-girlfriends that had worked for JK in the past.
and what kind of business would it be?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good question.
And what are the 2 roles they would play then in that new business too?
That's really good.
That's a good question.
Keep it for the question.
Building businesses, Joe loves that.
Yeah.
We're not here to answer it.
I have no idea where that's gonna go, but we all know that's kind of fun and spicy for us.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Something else that he told me, right? Like, so I've been always very open about me and Nikki. Like, Nikki's my fucking one, right? And like for me, I feel like a lot of our friends, and it's not their fault. It's just like sometimes like people just get with people, and it's like maybe they're like, look, relationships, they're a little bit miserable, and I'm like, no, they don't have to be, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like, cause of my experience. Like, yes, I was in one of those. I know what that's like. I was in a couple of those. I know what that's like. But like, no, they don't have to be miserable. And I think that he didn't quite believe me until he got with Hannah, and then he just like he pulled me aside recently, and again, we can edit this out if like I don't want to speak out of turn because he told me that, but he was like, dude, I'm so glad that I listened to you on that because I was open for it with Hannah, and like we don't fight. Like they do fight obviously, but they don't fight.
Bickers a little bit.
Yeah, bickering, but it's progress, right? If you like you know the metaphor of like, you know, steel sharpens steel. It's like, you know, you can kind of make each other stronger, especially in the initial when you're just like butting heads a little bit. But then if you're productive with it, you can really make it into a relationship where you don't fight. And like I'm telling you, I am obsessed with Nikki. Everyone knows I fucking love my wife, but that's only because we fought so much in the beginning. We had to fucking sharpen each other, and then it got easy.
So what you're saying, this is inspirational,
You're really good
positive.
at pulling these questions out.
Yeah, you're good. This
Really
is a good
good.
conversation.
Maybe something like, what's the #1 way that Hannah's made you a better person?
That's really good. That's really good.
Steel, right?
Fire.
That's right. Iron sharpens iron, brother.
We're not friends right now, but right now it's about Joe.
Hey,
Video.
you guys make a good team.
Hey, we're putting the swords down for the video. Hey, fuck off. Hey, fuck off, Nick.
You know what'd be funny is if right when we start it, we go, all right, it's the 000 mark. Well, we like to turn up the heat a little bit.
We're like, Bart, give him a cold question. What's the #1 thing that Hannah made you better for?
Char his ass out of the bat. Yeah.
For this one, Bart's gonna shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here.
No, but look, the guy, like, I feel like everyone deserves happiness, and I think that Joe, like, really just needed to actually have someone who could handle, like, his love language. Because I believe in love languages. I believe in matching people who, like, so for me and Nikki, it's quality time. Like, we don't give a fuck about gifts. We've never given, like, a fuck less about gifts. So it's like, it's just about quality time for us. It's like hanging out with each other. And so, like, that's our big thing.
For Joe, it's salad tossing.
For Joe, it's getting his asshole eaten out by women or men or whoever.
All the above.
Yeah, Sims.
Twink versatiles.
Dictators or whatever.
So write that down.
Dude, actually, that's kind of like a sick open-ended question. Just being like, Joe, what's your love language?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I know.
Hear from his mouth, you know what I
Maybe
mean?
it could be
ass
like,
play.
what do you think your love language is? Have him answer it, and then go, what do you think Hannah thinks your love language is?
That's
What
good.
do you think Hannah... He's gonna be like, can't compute.
But we gotta ask it
He'll know,
separately.
he'll
We
know.
gotta ask it separately.
He'll know.
Because I think your significant other usually has a better view of who you are than even yourself.
That's true, huh?
But Joe, gotta say, being completely honest, I love to roast people. You guys all know that, but that's my love language too. But because that's how I receive and give love. Because I grew up in such a big family, so there's almost no attention. So you get attention through fire.
Yeah.
But Joe is honestly like maybe the nicest guy I think I know.
Almost too nice.
Like he really is. Like
Say that to the dudes that he fucked up back in the day, huh?
Oh yeah.
no, but
Those guys had it coming, dude.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. He'll talk shit and stuff like that. Yeah, and it's funny, and I know how that is because I have porcupines myself. but he really will help anybody.
Yeah.
He will.
I got a question. So Kalyne, you maybe have known him the least in a sense. Like based off of your impressions, what's something that you're curious about asking him?
That's a good
Feel
question.
free to cut as deep as you want. Just genuine like.
Well, I'll piggyback off of Steve. I do believe that Joe is such a kind, generous person because I think it was maybe the first or second time that I was on. I hanged back for a little bit and we talked for like an hour and a half. And we got into like a deep conversation. It was like about the weather, or like, oh, what do you do? So I agree with that. So I guess my question would be to him would be, do you think you receive the same treatment that you give out?
That's good as fuck. Jesus. Put that down. That's really.
That's something that we kind of gotta like warm up to in good conversation, right? Right. That's a nice like after the 12-minute mark type of question.
Maybe like 15.
Oh shit, we getting spicy. We should just make it a fucking 30-minute video.
I think we might have to for a Joe one, you know, because I feel wasn't yours pretty long?
I was hoping it was gonna end soon.
We took
Bart's
it
thinking
kinda
about the
easy.
business.
Thanks, boss.
Yeah, thanks.
Quick fire question, just so it doesn't get too long in there. Most recent porn you busted a nut.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you need some shallow shit, you know.
Yeah. That's an early.
I hope it's not boring.
It might be.
I hope you watch some weird shit.
Well, you know, he did give us a gem about the Korean hentai ones. Remember?
Yeah,
the
the
comics.
chicks with the cocks that come to the ceiling.
Yeah, that one.
That's the one. That's the one I want to hear about.
Also, just to like tap into Joe Mama's side, if he could fucking beat anyone's ass in the world right now, who would it be? Anyone's.
Anger is one of his love languages.
And then we'll wait for the video because I'm not gonna say what. But hey, Joe, can I just read like your most recent text to Careful Boys chat?
Yeah, that's
Whatever it is at the
Whatever
time.
it is.
Yeah, just anything. Yeah.
Whatever
How
it is.
about also, what was the last movie that you watched twice?
All time.
Be an answer for that.
These are pretty good questions.
These are good.
This is just the first time we've actually fucking prepped.
Yeah.
I know this actually does make for a better. hot seat.
This is gonna work.
Well, the best thing is everyone's gonna be in on it. They're
Actually
gonna
be hot.
They're gonna know what the questions are. That's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
Do you think Joe's gonna watch this video before it airs?
I don't think he has a choice. Like literally, nobody knows what the fuck happens with uploads.
Yeah, I think because of our fucked up uploading schedule, we won't even know when this comes out.
This can come out after.
Yeah, this could come out. This could come out the Tuesday after the Joe video comes out.
Ken might just delete this.
He's not even here today.
Damn. That's such a big doofy.
That would
See?
hurt her.
Oh my God, you know
I
that.
know.
It's the JK.
Like,
That's not just an oofy. Hey, what's?
that's not an oofy. An oofy would be like, oh, almost did it. Doofy would be doing it.
Dude, come on, bro.
So everybody,
Gets it.
everybody watching, put it in the comments if there's a question you think is hot enough for Joe's hot seat that we're taking extra care preparing. Let us know what you think and something that you want to know from Joe, and don't hold back.
Please don't. Yeah, but if you have questions about Tiff and Josh, like go fuck yourself.